Hey guys, so I just wanted to give a quick shout out to a couple of these vehicles that I've done on here. Hit that like and subscribe button. Every little bit helps. I am going to do a video from Dirt Floor Raceway. We're going to be having the J Concepts Winter Oval Nationals here in December, so you'll get to see that. I might do a video on the track here actually real soon because there's some changes coming to the track that you guys are probably going to like the race oval. The AXXE here, I took that out and tried to break it, and it didn't really break. The front hood does pop off of it if you nose it into something hard enough. It flexes and throws that off. The Rage 2.0, I put the brushless system in it, full throttled it into an oak tree, ramped up the roots, shot 9 feet up the tree, and then landed it on the right front, and all it did was pop the shock cap off. So it's tough. The XB2D that you heard me say in the last video that I absolutely hated, that sucked outside, and I don't know why I bought it, and I'm just like, I want to sell this and get rid of it. I decided not to sell it because I wanted to try something. I went to practice, and sure enough, it did great. So now, here's my XB2D. It is now a street stock, and I figure, you know, everybody in Oval seems to get a little angry about stuff all the time. They're always a little on edge. So just, why so serious? I'm going to be racing that starting tomorrow, actually, so that's going to be fun. Without further ado, here's this week's video on the unboxing of the Kyosho AXXE 2.0. So as many of you know, this channel is ran on my own dime. I don't have sponsorships for this channel. I don't do anything in a biased way because it's all paid for out of my own pocket. And if I like it, I like it. If I don't, I don't. And I say that. We're going to get into this Kyosho AXXE here in just a minute. It looks cool from looking inside the box. So I'm looking forward to get into it. But I just want to let you know that this may be the last video until spring. Once we get a little more funding built up, I could probably get it going again unless I get a sponsorship before then. So I do have some content coming up though. We'll have some oval races with Dirt Floor Raceway. I've been acting race director there for a couple months now, and we have the J Concepts Winter Oval Nationals coming up in December. And I do plan on running off-road at Ship RC once or twice through the winter as well. If you'd like to support this channel, please feel free to send me an email, combustionrc@gmail.com. Until then, I'm going to try to keep this channel free of RC sponsorship, I guess you could say. I wouldn't mind having a company like a Tire Lube Place sponsor or something like that, but I really don't want to get too much in the RC sponsorship of kits or chassis. I don't mind repping a motor company or something like that. I don't really want to rep a chassis company at the moment because I do want to keep this open to be able to do things like Associated and X-Ray and Kyosho and stuff. And I know if I race for one particular brand, I have to most likely stick to that brand in the videos. And I really don't want to have to do that. So I want to be able to give you guys unbiased, open opinions on everything. As you know, I did not like the XB2D off-road. It did not do well on natural dirt. I'm sure it does great on sugared clay because it seems like it was that way, but I even had an X-Ray driver tell me the two-wheel drive is not good for loose dirt. So the main and a half and 4 laps of qualifier I was able to actually finish. There's a reason I only got 4 laps of a qualifier in. First round, way too loose. Had no traction. Second round, had traction. I was able to get 4 laps. That was it. Third round, I was able to get 4 laps again. It still wasn't there. And then I started last in the C main, worked my way up to the B, and it just wasn't there. So unfortunately, it is what it is. Same with when I went to run it at Ship RC. That's a natural dirt. It's not sugared. It just wasn't there. The 8 scale did great. The 8s, I was able to finally get the Techno to be a little bit twitchy like I like, but the 2-wheel drive just wasn't there. I may end up turning it into, I've got it right here. You can kind of see the rear. I may end up turning it into a street stock. if it doesn't sell. I've got it up for sale right now, but if it doesn't sell, it may end up becoming a straight stock since I have the stuff to do so. I just need to put a body mount kit on here. But anyway, I just wanted to let you know I'm super grateful for you guys that have been watching and have subscribed. And I hope to get back with you soon. I just don't know how soon I'll be able to get back because I know there's probably, I don't know, I'm assuming, I should say, that there is some new ready to run through associated in the works. I mean, it has been 4 years since I've released one. I just hope that there is something coming. Until then, just kind of keep an eye out, you know, follow the Facebook page, see what I'm up to. Follow me on Facebook, Jordan Stowell. You can't miss me. So there's only like 4 Jordan Stowells, and I'm pretty obvious who I am. Come hang out, and we'll see how it goes. Until then, let's go ahead and get into this Kyosho AXXE 2.0. This is only $100. It's $99.99 from A-Main, and I think you're gonna like it. So this is the Kyosho AXXE. This has a waterproof speed controller, brush motor. I mean, it has a servo that's waterproof. It's 6 kilograms, so very little and as far as the power goes, but it's $99.99. It's a true 1/10 scale, and it has a cool rock racer body and off-road tires. See? Well, that's Japanese. Let's look at the English side. See? There it is. Now, we got the blue option. We left the orange option at home since I got the orange option on the Rage. I am still going to try to get you guys a driving video of the Rage. I just haven't been able to because it's been like pouring down rain for like 2 weeks straight here in Oklahoma. And when I say pouring, I mean like monsoon. Like one rain that came through here, for instance, said it was dropping 60 inches of rain per hour. Now, granted, it was going like 70 miles an hour through here, but still, that is an obscene amount of rain. So everything's been muddy. Every time I've been able to make it out to the skate park to try to get you footage, it's been like packed because of the little amount of time that they've had to actually get out there. I went out at 7 a.m. one day, and there was 25 guys out there skateboarding. Now, when I was younger, people that skateboarded stayed up until 2 a.m. They went out at like 11 o'clock, and the skate park was dead at 7 a.m. So, I don't know. We'll try again. I've got the goofy head mount for my phone, so we can at least get something going, even if it's just me that can get out there. I'm going to try to get you some footage. I do have a brushless system in that. I'm probably going to put my AXXE 1256 in there just to make sure that I don't break the servo that's in there by taking it to the skate park, because I have a feeling that the gears that are in there will not handle that. I just want to see if the car itself can handle it. That being said, I am going to see if this can take a little bit more power. I picked up another of these 14-turn 550 can motors to put in here to see if this can handle it, because it's the same speed controller but a different motor. Maybe I should say that actually. This does have a 22-turn 540 motor, so it's going to be quite a bit slower. This might be really good for your kid's first car or your significant other's fun car, because like I said, it's cheap. Parts are cheap. Let's see how great cheap can be. Just about knocked my light over. So one place they did cut corners was here. I do know that from the listing pictures. So we'll see exactly how corner cutting we got. So they do actually give you a couple little tools here. They got the standard cross wrench with your 4, 4.5, 5.5, and 7 nut driver, and a 1.5 and 2 little L wrench. These are just pop steel, so they're gonna strip and they won't last long. So if you're gonna get this for somebody, they don't have tools, go ahead and pick up a $29.99 little multi-driver or something from, I think Dynamite has them for that or something like that. Not the greatest, but good start. This is, I mean, it's got that kind of vinyl feel to it, so it's not the cheapest plastic in the world, but it's definitely not as nice as the other Kyosho transmitters. I actually gave mine to a guy who needed a transmitter this past weekend that blew a receiver out, so I don't have one to show you, but because I'll be running my Futaba on the Rage when we take it out for that reason. But this is pretty standard. It's got the switch back here on the back. I will say this is nice that it does have steering dual rate, throttle trim, steering trim, and reversal switches. So that's nice to see. It is 2.4 gigahertz. It's not, the old antennas, but you can see there, it's nothing special. It's basic. This is a rubber wheel, so it's not just plastic. So that's kind of nice. The spring tension is really nice on the trigger and the, I mean, it tings, but it's got nice spring tension. That spring may break because it has that amount of tension, but we'll see. We'll find out. I'll be running this here, Jinzace 6000 milliamp Redline 130C battery in here. And I did pick up a ProTech 5mm to Dean's plug because it was the only one I could find to use this on here, because this is a Dean's plug, or T-plug as they call it. more cardboard and more cardboard and... Ooh, what's this? Paper. What do we got in our paper here? Let's see. Oh, that's fun. It doesn't just say Kyosho radio control or Kyosho, what is their old saying? It says it down here, the finest radio control models, or Kyosho diecast models. They do have those as well that are actually really nice. It says Kyosho Motorsports, so that's pretty cool. This is, it's a parts explosion. So there's our parts explosion right there. One thing I wanted to see is, are these? They are. Okay, so these are true beadlock wheels. These are not glue-ons. That may be something that when we put that 550 in there, we may have to actually glue our wheels because these are just pressed in. I'm not sure how well they're pressed in. Always run your car with the body shell. It's difficult to do with this one because it's a cage. Do not operate in crowded places. Yeah, The model's behaving strangely. Stop. Do not operate in residential districts and parks, indoor or in limited space. They don't know us too well, do they? You can tell that this is Japan and not America. We run where we feel like it. Sometimes we get in trouble for it, but that's okay. We talk about that later. If you would like me to do a Q&A video that's not a live, like an actual Q&A video where you submit questions and I give you answers, please comment those questions down below. I would love to do a Q&A video. I can even do it as a live if you prefer to do that, but I wouldn't mind doing a Q&A video down the road, just like some stuff that I do or whatever that I haven't covered in the videos. Or if there's any videos that you haven't gone back to and checked out yet, there's quite a bit back there. The light buckets are fake. They're not real. The, oh, looky. There's a bind plug too. So if you come unbound, you can bind it back up. This is a real spare. It actually has a real spare tire. These are, in fact, bead locks. They're not glued. You can see I can pull the bead out. So I doubt that these will handle the 550 motor. Have some glue on hand if you're going to upgrade it. It looks like we're going to need that. There is 6 very small screws in here, but that's nothing that some glue can't fix there. So they're like regular rock racer tires. They're kind of narrow. It has these goofy like gray arms that I've never seen in their stuff. So I'm not sure what kind of plastic or nylon that is. It is very flexible though. I don't know if you can see that there, but I can actually twist it pretty hard. So that's cool to see. It is solid links. They are slightly adjustable. If you look down in the wheel well there, you can see that they are slightly adjustable. There's nowhere to move it on the bulkhead itself, but you can move them 2 spots on the actual arm or caster block. And on the rear caster block, there's 1 spot you can move it as well. They are oil-filled shocks. At least I think they are. Oh yeah, these are squishy and squeaky. Like there's no oil in them. They're just slightly greased. So we'll oil this before we do anything out with it for sure. I think they're oiled. Those might not be oiled shocks. Those might just be springs. They just look like oiled shocks. I'm not sure. Let's check the manual. All right, so the manual shows there being a cap and a very small O-ring in there. So I'm gonna say that these are actually oil-filled shocks. They may be not very strong, which is why they're the way they are. But if you're wanting to replace them with something else, you know, down the road, it looks to be the same size and length as like the Traxxas Ultra Shocks, which are just a 12 millimeter or 10 millimeter, I should say, standard length. Yeah, looks like the same ones for the Slash because they're a little bit longer. There is, or is not. There are steel drive shafts though. You get steel drive shafts, so that's cool. See, those dog bones are steel. So that's cool to see. Now, you're probably thinking, why ain't I taking this body off and looking? I haven't figured out how yet. There's no body clips. The cage is attached by screws you can't get to until the body's off. Oh, there you go. So these are like push pins. These little gray dots are. Huh, that's... You just pull hard? Nope. Pull really hard? No. Push? It's a twist lock? No. Well, for crying in the mud. I want to look under here. I want to see. I think I found a downfall to this. You can't get the body off. Anybody help me? Internet, can you help me? How do you get this off? There's nobody there that can help me either. Ah, okay, just. Something tells me these are going to break. All of them. Just going to break all of them. Oh my gosh. I almost broke it, but they pull off. There's got to be a better way to doing that. Because, yeah, those clips are... I mean, they're in there. Our driver, is he screwed in or is he just chilling? Our driver seems to be snapped in as well somehow. There's our battery plug. And then that goes through. It's a bottom load battery. So you just push a button and slide forward. And this is supposed to, yeah, there we go. Slides out of there. And you got a bottom load. So that's cool. That part's cool. Is it just plug and go? Is there no switch? Got my 2 wires going back to the motor. Got that. That's going there. Is there a switch anywhere under here? There's 2 screws right there holding the driver in. Let's go ahead and take those 2 screws off and see what we can see. I gotta get double A's for the thingy anyway. All right, so let's put our double A's in here first. Oh, look, they're even that style, you know. Whoopsie. Caught it with the trigger though. That's cool. That's pretty darn cool. I've got the power. Okay, we've got that. I need a 2mm. 2mm. That's a ball-ended 2mm. I need a regular 2mm. Got that one. All right. Ooh, coarse thread. Well, that was quick. Nice coarse thread. I don't know why I'm talking in these voices, guys. It's been like 3 weeks since I recorded a video. Basically, the last video that I recorded building the... that's almost 4 weeks now. Did I get that? Could we just finagle? Yeah. The driver's out now. All right, so there's what it looks like underneath the driver. It's a little snug. I don't see a power plug. Oh, there it is. The on-off switch is back here by the... Where is it? You can't see my finger, but if you go inside where the shock... See the shock? Look right there. See the little white brick next to the shock? Right? Oh, right there. That's the switch. It's a waterproof switch. So, good to know that's there, because I couldn't see that before. Honestly, I may just leave that off at the moment, just so I know what we're looking at here. It looks like there is. Is there 2 hole locations for... There is. You can lay those shocks down more. There's a hole location on the top of the shock tower. What do you know? You know, where's that manual at? Here's something good to know. It comes with a 27 tooth pinion, 91 tooth spur. So it's 27, 91, and you can go all the way down to a 21 tooth pinion. And it's got the old key lock system that Kyosho uses on there. A lot of stuff. It's the first time I've seen it actually say numbers and not letters, like you're supposed to know the letters. I still have not seen anything that shows the inside of this transmission housing. Is there any insides? There's a servo saver with an adjustable nut. Well, that's going to get tightened down, I bet. EZ209 is our drive gear. It's all bearings, so that's good. Well, I've got good news and I got bad news. The good news is the spider gears and the planetary gears inside the differential are metal. The bad news is they're pot metal, so I don't see a hardened one like for the Rage. Be careful if you're going brushless on this. That's all I'm going to say with that one. Make sure your punch control is set low. Okay, so drive gear is plastic, so that's really reassuring. And it's 3-piece, so it's not going to hold much oil. But for $99, what do you expect? Honestly, this would be kind of something fun to have as a box stock class. Very good for maybe kids. We'll see. I keep throwing this right where I need to be. Did it again. Number 1 rule with plugging a battery in with bullets. Make sure that your red one goes to the red one that says plus sign, like that. And your black one goes to the black one that says negative sign, like that. And then just to be extra sure to make sure that they solder this up correctly, make sure that the top of your T, if you're looking at it, it looks like a T, like that. Make sure the top of your T is your red wire. That's how you know that they soldered it correctly. I think if I set it like that, it's gonna function in this a little better, just because of the way that it has to be in here. You know, because of the way that it is. Well, that's a good sign. we didn't get a doot 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 right away. Because we want to make sure that our... Well, what in the Sam Hill? Also, who's Sam Hill? Does anybody know? That is surprisingly faster than I thought it was going to be. My steering trim is all sorts of jacked, though, because I don't think I need to turn the entire time I'm driving. This turbo saver is very, very weak. The nut for it is right on top, though, and it's down 1.5 threads. So, yeah, that can be adjusted. It does look like it has some maybe kind of hard plastics in here. This isn't the nice nylon that the $150 Rage is. I will say that. The plastics seem to be harder feeling. They're not that nice nylon. The arms are flexy, but it seems like that's all that's flexy. You can do power wheelies with it because you can reverse then go straight to forward throttle. So that's really good on plastic gears. See what I mean? Cool. But that's more zoom than I thought I was going to have for a 22-turn motor. Still not very much, but it's not bad. We're going to put our guy back in here. I don't know why I'm doing this. I have no idea why I'm doing that. But yeah, see here, that's how much room you get. Yeah, I think this one is what it is. There's no slipper adjustment. There's not much. So we're going to keep this video kind of short. We'll get some driving footage of it here. Not now because it's dark outside, but we'll try to. But I mean, for $100, what more do you want? What more could you ask for? Really? Let's get our driver back in here. So I will say, I kind of like this. This is cool looking. I wish I had some stickers to put on here, but he's cool looking nonetheless. He came out, you know, so I'm sure we can just get, yep, that's fine. See, it slides right in. So easy peasy. Yeah, there's no crease on the front that wasn't there before. It's fine. There it is. We're gonna throw it down and zoom. So durability test. We're good.